Hi, welcome to Tuesday Talk. I just got paint on my arm, so that's what I'm doing is wiping paint from my arm. So I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Can't believe we're into the last week of August. Going fast. So right away, I'm going to go ahead and get started painting because I want this to have time to dry. So we're going to make some signs tonight, and this is what we're going to use is this stencil from Redesign with Prima. We're going to make 3 different signs, and I want to embellish them a little bit too. So the reason I did paint 2 of the boards, because you don't need to really watch me paint, but the reason why I left one to do is because I want you to see what one coat coverage does on raw wood. So I am going to put it down here and go ahead and just put a quick coat of paint on here. So like I said, this is a raw piece of wood. I have 3 pieces that were left over from, I made a kitchen island for a customer, and I did a planked top. And these were the 3 cut ends. And I thought, we will just try this and see how that works. So, I've been wanting to use these stencils, so. But these just are the perfect size. I did around the edges already, so. But isn't that great coverage? This is Fluff from Dixie Belle, of course. But I only put 1 coat on the other signs, and that's all I'm going to do. So, fantastic 1 coat coverage. All right. So that's that. There we go. Okay, so a little follow-up to last week. So me, my wish obsession, and if you were watching last week, I tried to put on the eyelashes. Well, lesson learned is I don't think I'm ever going to fool with them again. I got it out of my system. I think the lashes are too long for my eyes. My eyes, I guess, just aren't big enough. I didn't even try it again until this evening. So I do have the liner on. Kind of digging that. I used to wear liner all the time, but not this heavy black. So I may go back to, hi, Ellie. I may go back to using liner again, but I'll use a big, thick pencil. I think that's more my style. So anyway, so I got this painted. So just in case you were dying to know how the eyelash situation was going. So I don't know that you were, but now you know. All my life, I may have wondered about that, and now I don't have to wonder anymore. Okay, putting the sign up here to dry. Okay, let me cover up my paint. So when you're painting, a little baggie is great to put your brush in, and if you don't feel like washing it out right away, just can't leave it in there forever. All right, so I hope you guys are doing well. So I have a couple little stencil brushes, and I'm tempted to cut this apart. The only reason I left it in here so you could see it on the background, because once I take it off of that black background, you might not be able to see it real well. But my idea tonight is not only to stencil, but to embellish them a little bit further. So I'm going to put the screen down, and I hope you can see that. So I'm going to start with the family stencil, and I'm going to make it off center. I'm going to kind of use the line that's on the welcome as my guide. I really feel like I could cut these apart, but I'm not going to, just because I'd like to keep it all in one place, because I'll lose 3 little things. Another thing is this, if you can see how thick this stencil is. I don't know if you can see the edge of that. There we go. That is so thick. So it's not that I can't cut it, but it's just, I'd rather not. So I was going to use black paint, Caviar. I may have to shake the table up a little bit. Sorry about the noise. Okay, I also may have to go to the sink and try to put some hot water on this if I can't get it with my muscles. But this is iron patina paint. I like to use this in place of a black. I might end up using something else. I'm going to try that one more time, and I apologize for the noise. Close your ears. Okay. Okay, this is not happening. All right, we're going to do something else. That's what happens when things don't work. I'm going to try this. Watch, this probably won't open either. This is copper patina paint. And if that doesn't work, I do have another color of paint here, but oh my heavens, I always do this. I always get my jars ready. Tell you what, be right back. If I could tell him to sit up here, I would, but I'm just going to run and open these real quick because it's not much of a show unless we have something to paint with, huh? Okay, thanks for your patience. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you for waiting. You're a makeup artist. You have to trim the lash if it's too long, and they sell short ones for the length. The camera's too low. Thank you for letting me know. And that is good to know. But I'll tell you what, I thought of trimming them, but the they have these might be, I got them from Wish, so probably cheap, weird, but they have 3 little magnets on them. So the magnet, if I trimmed it, I'd be trimming the magnet off. So one end would fly up. So maybe if I bought something that wasn't so cheap, that maybe that would work. But I just think my eyes are too little or something. But maybe that's a good idea. I guess they make them with the magnet the whole way across the strip. Maybe, I don't know. Do they? Do you know, Ellie? Okay, I couldn't get the iron open, so I'm sticking with the copper. So we're going to do something different. We'll use some copper patina. So, all right, I will go ahead and put this down, and I won't put it down so low this time. I think you can see that. I can't see your comments when it is down. I always tell everybody, whenever, okay, so when you stencil, just to let you know, you dip the paint in the brush, and then you take and you get most of the paint back off. You do this because you don't want to have a lot of paint on the brush so that it doesn't go underneath the stencil. Okay, so I like to use a little pouncing motion, and it just takes very little paint to do this. But just want to make sure you can tape the stencil in place. You can use stencil adhesive, although I think stencil adhesive would not work with this heavy stencil. So I am just holding it in place. You could tape it, but so just remember to offload most of the paint off of the brush onto a paper towel or something like that. So this one I'm spelling out is family, and I'm doing it off center because I want to embellish these signs, and I will show you what I mean here in a minute. Now, if I wanted to, I could further rust this paint. This is Dixie Belle's patina paint, and I'm using copper. It comes in iron, copper, and bronze. And you spray an activator on it, and it will rust. The paint actually has metal in it, kind of like my eyelashes, and it will oxidize when the two of them are put together. Okay, and one last little section here is just like an underline underneath it. Okay, I'm going to kind of go over this a little bit more because I didn't really get that as much. You can use patina paints all by themselves. You don't have to use the activator. And in this case, that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lift. Okay. I got a pretty good line there. Pretty good, a little messy. Still low. I'm so sorry. I will try and work on that. That's okay. So that's what I started to tell you guys. So as long as I have less than 1,000 subscribers, I'm stuck doing this with the computer. So that's why the camera thing is a challenge. But once I'm able to use a GoPro camera or my phone or something like that to film, we'll be able to really rock and roll. Okay, so here's my thought with this one to embellish. And I just grabbed a picture from our living room. You could use a dollar store frame, but I just thought this would be really cool. You can take the back off of it and just glue this on there. And wouldn't that make a nice Christmas gift? You could put the family in there, or, I just think that would be a cool gift. Another thing that you can do with this, and I will go back and I'll touch this up just a little bit to make sure my lines are crisp, but another thing you can do with this is go around the edges with some dark wax and give it a little bit of character that way, a little bit of distressing and aging, which is probably what I'll do with this. And as always, I will show the finished projects on my Instagram and Facebook page. So this is what I mean by I had too much paint on the brush. If you can see right where the F is, you can see it's just not a crisp line. So I will come back when it's dry and come back in with some fluff and touch up around those edges. So I'm going to be mindful of that going forward, not to use too much paint or to offload more of the paint off the brush. Okay, so that's number one. The next one, I have another blank here. Okay, so that's the picture frame one. The next one I'm not really going to embellish as much. I'm going to wipe a little bit of this off of there so I don't end up wearing it. Okay. So this one, okay, let me ask your opinion. So if I do the welcome off center, then I guess what I could do, okay, I have an idea. I'm going to put a clip beside it, like a clothespin, and then you could clip a sprig of seasonal flowers in it. So a poinsettia at Christmas, whatever, in the fall, like a mum or something. So I think that would be kind of cute. Nice little way to embellish it. So I guess I'm still going to stick with the copper on this one. I just want to make sure I get it centered. I'm going to put this down a little bit. So when you say it's too low, the problem is I can't see your comments then. I'm going to stop right there and see what that looks like. I hope good. And I still can see your comments a little bit. So if you tell me I might be able to see it and adjust because I think I had it lower before. Is that better? So I try to look in and see if I can see the image. So I'm going to start in the middle and do the flourish thing on the top. And I'm going to just keep going with that brush load of paint because if I do a little bit less paint on there, I have less chance of getting those lines blurred. I love to stencil, and I have all kinds of new stencils. It was something that kind of, I think, went out of vogue a little bit for a while. It was really big back in the 80s and kind of back in style now. But there's so many more things you can do. You can do a raised stencil. We've done that before. It just gives more dimension to your project. And stenciling's easy. I mean, it's just an easy thing that gives you good results. I have done some really labor-intensive stenciling projects. I did a whole 3-color design the whole way around our living room at our other house. And it was really pretty. I must admit, it was really pretty. It was a nice stencil, and I had used some stencil cream, I think. And it came out really nice. And then we sold the house. And I did another stencil in the dining room. I did it was like a deep red color, and then on the like chair rail down, I did gold. Really pretty design. It's kind of like a jacquard or something pattern. Seems like forever ago now. Okay. Gonna lift straight up. That one's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna put this up. All right, that one turned out a lot more crisp, I think. The W is a little messed up. Not too much. I can come back in and touch up later. All right, so here is my idea on this one. Where did it go? I had a clothespin. There it is. And I also have my hot glue gun. And I'm just going to put some glue on this clothespin. And okay, and I'm just gluing this pin to the board. The glue's a little messy, but that's okay because when you put your flowers in the clip, it's gonna cover that all up. So I don't know whether I really picked the right position, but I think it'll work. I may have to find some flowers around, I don't know. I don't have too many silk flowers. Not a big silk flower person, but hold it up. And that's what that one looks like. So again, I think it'll be pretty when there's something clipped in here. Okay. And I thought I had another pin here, a clothespin, because my next sign also involves a pin. So I'm gonna put this one back here to dry. And so our sign that we painted when I first came on is dry. So that's the nice thing about painting on raw wood with the Dixie Belle paint. It only takes one coat, and I mean, you could distress this with sandpaper if you wanted to, and that would be really cute. But it just took the nice one coat. Now I'm still going to stick with the bronze just because that's, or the copper paint rather. That's what I have open, and it's working. And I think I'm going to stencil upside down just because of the whole laptop situation. So I want to center this one. Okay, I'll put this down a little bit. Okay, I want to center this one but I'm going to put it a little higher because I want to do a little something on the bottom of this one. Okay, so I'm going to get started with this one in the same way. I was thinking of using a different color, but I'm just going to go with this because this is what I have out. So I have this, I guess I'll put that, I didn't want to get paint on me, so I hope I don't. Here we go. So I'm going to try to keep this down. Get a nice crisp edge. I think this is so cute. When I saw this stencil, I thought, I need this one. So we sell them in the store, so I ordered a couple, so we had one in the store as well to sell. So I think once people see this, they're going to want it. Like I said, think gifts. This is, I know I'm off the screen here, but there's only so much table. Maybe I can turn a little bit this way. But like I was saying, these make great gifts. It's a struggle sometimes to know what to get people, especially like a family gift. And this makes it easy just to give something like this. And you can get real creative with it. It'll inspire you to put some add-ons with it that are inexpensive and altogether makes a good gift. Like for instance, this one being laundry, wash, fold, and dry. I think it's Laundry Company. Wouldn't that be cute to give in a laundry basket? Maybe you could add some detergent to it, some clothespins, clothesline. I think that'd be cute. It would be a cute shower gift. And this is a real like farmhouse type look. You might choose to do the stencil like in a black. Like I said, I just used this because this is what I had here. I had so much stuff at home from quarantine and doing all the lives and everything from home. Such a collection. So I just decided to start. It's time to take back the dining room table. I'm just going to bring home what I need for my projects from now on. Okay, I think you can see that pretty well, but I'm going to move up the screen. So you see my paint got a little heavy in the middle where it says laundry. But you know what? Never fret about that because what you can do then is come back in with your sandpaper and distress it. So that makes it nice. And then especially when you come back in with some wax. So I think I took some of my wax out of here, but I'm going to put the lid on this one. And because if I have some wax here, I would do a little waxing for you. I'm pretty sure I have sandpaper. They just need to dry a little bit. But here's my thought on this one. So I have two different things here, two different types of cord. So I have this one, and then I have the twine. I think I'm going to use the twine just because of the color, and also I think it looks more like a clothesline. I don't know. Maybe the other one does, but I'm still going to use this one for the color. Okay, I'm going to put it down. And this is so super easy. It's ridiculous. I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue in the corner here. That's quite a big dab. As a matter of fact, I feel like I want to make a knot to cover that. Hurry up before my glue dries. Use the end of a stencil brush here. Some hot glue, great how fast it dries. Okay. So I'm just going to take a length of it, not too much, and take it over to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing, and this time I'll make the knot first. So I don't want it to be too loose because the whole idea of this is to look like a little bit of a clothesline. And so if people had spare socks, you can put some clothespins on there, and you can put the, lost laundry. You can clip it on there, the socks. And if I had another clothespin here, I would demonstrate again, but I think that you'll get the idea. I have these things, but they're not exactly a clothespin. Okay, so there was a string of glue whenever I lifted that up, and it blew into my eye. But anyway, so that's what that guy looks like. And just has this little thing hanging down here. So I know these aren't clothespins, but it's little clips, just so you get the idea of what that might look like. Just, I think, a cute little embellishment on a sign that just would make a cute little gift. Okay, so I need to reglue. Good idea not to put the weight on it right away, right? Okay, so let me fix that. And I think it's going to be a short live tonight because that's all I brought to do. Now, I did get some new things from Wish. If I find them here, I can show you. They're just some more molds and a few more stones, like cabochon stones. It's nothing crazy. I did order some coaster molds. I think we talked about that last week because everybody's doing the geode resin coaster craze. So might as well jump on the bandwagon and see if I can do it too. So, but mine's round, so it's not really in the shape of a geode, but who knows? Who knows what we'll do with that? So, as I mentioned, I will be posting these finished projects, and I'll finish up with them because I will probably sell them on my Etsy shop. But a couple of things I wanted to tell you. So I just posted today a picture of a piece that I just finished, which I think is really cool. It has a sailboat on it, and I put a lot into this one. I put some into it, so I'm real excited about it. Let me see if I can pull up a picture and show you. And it will be the subject of this week's um, Tuesday, or not Tuesday talk. This week's, you can see, not very well, huh? The sailboats. Anyway, okay, that's pretty good image. Okay, so that will be in my shop, and so we're getting ready to take over the whole store. All the clothes are being sold really inexpensively if you're local. $3 per item. There's shoes and clothes. So that would be a come on down to 1410 11th Avenue and take advantage of that. But then the other thing is to, yeah, I'm sorry, I looked at a message. That was rude of me. So the other thing is to stay tight because we are doing a sign and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, this piece of furniture that I just did is going to be part two on the Saturday step by step. So you might want to watch that. Um, and also, I posted a link on my Facebook page from a local show that I did, and it aired today. So it's also going to be on Fox 8 tonight. That's local here. So ABC 23 was on today, and then Fox 8 tonight. Um, so if you're local, check it out. And if not, you can check out the link on my page. So anything else I want to tell you now? Of course, I'll think of something after I sign off. But like I said, short and sweet tonight. I have some editing to do for another project I'm working on. So I'll go ahead and get that done. And I just love Tuesday nights, and I'm so glad that you tuned in. And I'd love it if you share the video and ask your friends to subscribe because that's how I'm growing my channel. I'm almost to 300, so it's growing all the time, and it's really satisfying. So I really appreciate you joining me tonight, and thanks for your feedback, Ellie, and your advice on the lashes. So maybe there are some lashes out there for me. I don't know, but I think I've satisfied my curiosity on it. It's not really a big deal anymore. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye bye.